Namaste friends, welcome to my review of the third chapter of Scion of Ikshvaku, so written by Amish Tripathi. No need of introduction of this book. I have already reviewed chapter 1 and chapter 2. This is chapter 3. The battle of KARACCHAPA on one side between Dashrath and Kuber's forces led by the mighty Ravan, and on another side the birth of Lord Ram. These two aspects have been covered in this chapter, friends, but majority of the chapter covers the battle of KARACCHAPA, the intense battle of KARACCHAPA, the strategies of Dashratha in how he arranges his army in the Suchi Vyuha, a strange strategy to attack Ravana and his forces at the fortress of KARACCHAPA, so with the enormous water body behind him. So that's all what he can make. So that's the best war strategy he tells to Ashwapati, so who is his friend and also a commander in his army. So that's the strategy of Dashrath. So he is a strong feel that because he is the emperor, the Chakravarti of the Bharat and also the Sapta Sindhu province, the mightiest warrior and also mightiest king Dashratha. So he thinks Ravan is too much with egoism, and I shall decimate him, I shall burn him to ashes, I'll slaughter him and his army. So within minutes that will end the war. So I'll break the egoism by winning the war, but also defeating them, slaughtering them, and probably as he had promised Ravan in the second chapter, that he is going to burn Lanka to ashes. So that's the mindset Dashrath has, confidence and overconfidence surging. On the other side, we can see Ravan and Ravan's army, so very serene, very settled, not making any war cries, as if a big army is simply standing and waiting and observing the Dashrath's army, as if Ravan's army is observing them, very keen, very calm, very settled, as if they're in no mood of going to the battle, friends. So these are the two contrasting emotions we can see. War cries being made by Dashrath and his army, so they are very eager to finish off the battle within few minutes. On the other side, Ravan's army is very calm and composed. Where Ashwapati notices a very strange thing, that big massive ships designed in a very unnatural and unfamiliar way standing behind them. So they are anchored at a little large distance from the beach in the water, and even Dashrath makes a mockery of that particular strategy. He thinks Ravan is an idiot. In the mind, they have already won the war. They don't know, they have not calculated the enemy. Ravan is a new enemy for the Sapta Sindhu province, and also for Dashrath, and also for Ashwapati. Ashwapati has a strong gut feeling that something is definitely wrong, and probably Dashratha is overestimating certain things, and he can't warn him because he's an emperor and he is high on adrenaline and high on confidence at this particular point of time. Then, friends, slowly when the battle starts, when Dashrath's army moves ahead, when Ravan's war strategies come to the surface, I'm not going to give the spoilers. This entire chapter literally gave me goosebumps. I could visualize the war and the war effect and the impact. I seriously thought my favorite director, Mr. Rajamouli, has to direct this war sequence. If ever this movie is made, I would like him to direct like Ramchandra series, of course, and also the Shiva trilogy of Amish. But this particular war sequence, whoever makes the movie, Rajamouli should direct. So, such a fantastic war scene, war scenario created by Amish. He makes us sit where we are and visualize the battle of KARACCHAPA happening, and how Ravan had created a deadly strategy of war against Dashratha, and how well equipped he was, and why did he even challenge the greatest emperor of Sapta Sindhu, Dashrath. In the second chapter, we will learn here with his war strategies, from back, from front, from water, from land, from left, from right, from everywhere except from top and bottom. Ravan has strategized the attack, physical attack, mental attack, and emotional attack on Dashrath's army. So what will happen, so you can see. So, and then in between we get the episodes of Lord Sri Ram being born, and what happens, how Nilanjana the physician is managing. So there is a small incident which happens, or which leads to resuscitation of the baby, and then already Kaushalya, so the mother of the would be born child, had decided that her child will be called as Ram, the name which is also the name of the sixth Vishnu. They call him as Parshuram, so whom Ayodhya worshipped as the sixth Vishnu. She thinks that the baby which will be born so should be as powerful as Parshuram. That's why the name Ram. That moment also gives you literally goosebumps. The description of the birth of Sri Ram and how the mother has decided to name him as Ram. So there, that particular incident is covered. And towards the end of the chapter, how Dasharath is trapped in injuries and how he fails in his strategies and how there is no chance of escape, but how he escapes from the war scenario with the help of his wife Kaikeyi. She is also a warrior, and how she takes him out of that particular battle scenario, and how does she fight through, what difficulties she faces. That comes at the end of that particular chapter, the third chapter, where it ends. Fantastic, friends. As I said, three incidents here mainly: the Battle of Karachapa, in which there are strategies of Dashrath, strategies of Ravan, the war actually taking place. In between are plugged in. The second one is the birth of Prabhu Sri Ram, and the third one is the Kaikeyi's adventures in rescuing her husband Dashrath, the king of the emperor of Sapta Sindhu, from the battle scenario. So the chapters are getting very, very intense, and the storytelling is getting mightier, and I can't wait to read the fourth chapter. And when I read the fourth chapter, I'll come up with the brief review. That's it for today, friends. If you like my video, can like, share and subscribe to my channel. So we'll wait in the next episode with the review of yet another chapter or yet another book, as and when I read. So I'll come back to you people with the review of maybe the chapters or the books themselves. So until we meet the next time, Namaste and Jai Shri Ram.